Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Dr. Tanya. I'm an MD with specialty in orthopedic surgery and a master's degree in biomedical physiology. In today's video, I'm going to try to answer a very common question. Is running bad for your knees? I have done plenty of research on the matter and have got to talk to experts on the topic. To be honest, at first I was of the idea that lifetime running could actually give you a very high risk of osteoarthritis, which is the wasting of your joints due to bone erosion and loss of cartilage. I would definitely associate Ironman runners or marathoners with knee replacements in the long run. This was probably because when you work in a hospital, you're treating patients that need surgery most of the time, runners or not runners. But you're not accounting for all those people who do run but never set foot in the hospital. Yes, definitely my opinion was very biased. So I decided to dig a little bit deeper, and I found pretty interesting stuff. Let's just remember quickly that the key elements of your knee are the bones, the cartilage, which helps to spread forces evenly across the joint surface and prevents high peak pressures that could damage the bone. And also we have your synovial fluid, which acts as a lubricant. The classical notion with running and knee osteoarthritis focuses on the constant mechanical loading. But that is just a very small part of the whole equation. It is also important to study the properties of the musculoskeletal tissues and the specific social and environmental factors that every runner experiences differently. For example, you can have people who are able to run 200 kilometers per week for years without any problem, while others can barely get to 20 kilometers per week without getting severely injured. Articular cartilage is not static. It responds to mechanical stress. Running stimulates cells inside the cartilage called chondrocytes to produce special proteins and collagen that thickens the cartilage over time. It is similar to how bones get denser when you do weightlifting. Running also stimulates the production of synovial fluid, keeping your knee hydrated and resilient. Next, I'll cover 5 key things you need to know about running. And at the end, I'll share some quick tips on how to run efficiently while minimizing the risk of injury. The cartilage's ability to regenerate is extremely limited. It lacks blood vessels, so it relies on the diffusions from the surrounding joint fluid to get its nutrients. But this makes the repair process very slow and often incomplete. As mentioned earlier, it contains special proteins that retain water. This helps ultimately to resist compressional forces. These proteins are constantly broken down and rebuilt in response to the mechanical stress. So having a moderate loading of the knees keeps this environment balanced. Next thing is your muscles. Trained runners typically have stronger muscles, which helps stabilize the knee joint and reduce abnormal mechanics that could wear down your cartilage. In contrast, weak muscles can accelerate osteoarthritis development by causing uneven force distribution across the knee. The next point is obesity. Obesity is linked to osteoarthritis, yes, but body weight itself isn't the main problem. Animal studies show that body fat, rather than weight itself, is the major risk factor. This is due more to systemic inflammation and metabolic disturbances than just mechanical overload. In obese animals, fat infiltration, fibrosis, and inflammation in the quadriceps muscle occur before knee joint degeneration. This suggests that running and a high-fiber diet can help protect against osteoarthritis even in overweight individuals. The next point is prolonged inactivity. Whether from bed rest or from binging the entire One Piece anime, leads to muscle weakening and accelerates osteoarthritis progression. When the knee is unloaded for too long, the cartilage proteins levels drop, leading to less water retention and a reduced cushioning ability. Inactivity also affects the bone. Without the mechanical stress, cells that break down the bone become more active, eating away both the bone and the cartilage. And since a healthy bone helps stabilize the cartilage, its loss worsens the joint's health. That's why we avoid keeping patients in casts for too long. It's terrible for the joints. The next thing is running downhill. If you love running up and down the hills, I have good and bad news for you. The bad news is research shows that excessive downhill running can lead to early osteoarthritis. When I say excessive, I'm talking about 5 days per week for an hour. This has been linked to high inflammatory markers in the muscle and the bloodstream, reduced bone volume, increased muscle damage, increased joint impact. The ground reaction forces can increase up to 54%. And what's the result? Irreversible cartilage microdamages. Now, for the good news, if you do this type of exercise in moderate quantities, let's say 1 to 2 times per week, leaving proper time to recover, this does not increase the risk for osteoarthritis. Actually, your body adapts in several ways. Your muscles become more resistant to future strength, your tendons become stronger, and with the proper recovery time, your body adjusts to this type of exercise to protect your joints. Now the running tips for running efficiently. Number 1, balance the load on your knees. A well-rounded running routine plus recovery time equals cartilage maintenance. Number 2, mix it up with strength training. Running alone isn't enough. Strengthening your leg muscle will help support your joints, reduce injury risk, and also boost your performance. Number 3, warm up first. Your muscles aren't fully activated at the start, so ease into it. Start with a 5-minute jog and then increase the pace. This helps prevent strains and injuries. Number 4, beginners, take it slow. If you're just starting to run, your muscles, tendons, and ligaments aren't used to the impact. So unless you enjoy suffering, start with a slow pace and short distances. Let your body adapt. Number 5, if you're returning from an injury, be patient. Once your doctor has cleared you up to start training, remember, your cartilage is weak. Avoid excessive loading right away and progress gradually to prevent setbacks. And finally, number 6, for those who love to run downhill, just remember, pace yourself and don't overdo it. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions for future videos. Don't forget to subscribe, stay strong, and I'll see you next week.